All right, this is an interesting. This is an interesting MIA. This person is an Uber driver. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Most Uber drivers are.
Uber.
Wow. Okay.
No, I love Uber drivers.
My dad's an Uber driver.
Yeah, they're so cool.
What?
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Shut up.
Why would I lie about
I
that?
find he's an Uber driver.
I thought he was a postman.
No.
Postman.
Where did you get that from?
No. My dad's an Uber driver. Uber and Lyft.
Straight face.
We can move on now.
Okay.
This person says, I picked up a girl at the club, clearly very out of it. She was drunk, but drunk in the creepy way when most people are the fun kind of drunk. She was not. She got in the car. I asked her how she was. She seemed stone cold sober, but it took her ages to answer, and she just stared at my head. It gave me the creeps, not gonna lie. She eventually mumbled something incoherent that made no sense. A few minutes after this, the ride canceled on the app, so then she no longer was supposed to be in the car. So whoever got her the Uber canceled that Uber and to get themselves an Uber.
Oh.
Put her in the car originally and then whatever. So this person that's the driver is like, hey, you got to get out. You're no longer like part of this ride. Like I can't just take you anywhere. The girl didn't have any money either, so she couldn't, she couldn't get a ride or anything. And once the driver was like, yeah, you have to go, she got mad and was like, how dare you? You're gonna leave me in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. You truly are Satan for that. And then
Call him Satan?
yeah, but then the driver's like, honestly, the way that she was talking and bringing up Bible verses was freaking me out. So I don't think she was a normal person, which is more why I wanted to get rid of her.
Maybe that's why the original person was like, I'll call you an Uber.
Just to get rid of her, yeah.
You're crazy.
So then this driver's like, the driver ended up kicking the girl out and then leaving, but is like, am I the asshole because some of my friends that I'm telling this to said that I am, because it was messed up for me to have left her. And
She's an adult now. She's old enough to go drinking and leave her house. Who leaves the house without money, bro?
Right.
You don't got your fucking car.
I know, right?
So other adults have to be responsible for you.
And she doesn't have a
And it's a
phone.
service.
maybe she doesn't have cash because
Yeah, but why would you need one? Because can't you just order another Uber? Like,
no, it wasn't her that ordered it.
well, but can't she pull out her phone and go,
Maybe she
well,
didn't have it.
I'll Uber, you accept the Uber, and then I Uber.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't drink.
Venmo or Zelle.
Anything.
But
Or Apple Pay.
for me, like if I had a daughter and I knew she was going out like this, drinking and leaving the house and being irresponsible, that'd be my worst fucking nightmare. Because as a lady, you can't be doing that type of shit. You know how many stories I hear about like these Uber drivers like picking up ladies and
Yeah, but in this case, everyone was trying to run away from her.
yeah.
She was the predator.
She's a crazy one.
Were this guy's friends, they're saying like, oh, you're not being a good dude, you should have like drove her home or something?
Yeah.
Is that
They're
what?
saying that it's messed up.
No, they're saying like, dude, you should have had sex with her. That's what they're saying.
They're saying it's messed up to leave a drunk girl alone on the street.
Yeah, but now you're other adults have to be responsible for you as an adult for making choices.
But I get it though. You
It's
can't.
a service. It's like, yeah, it's like morally and like maybe ethically, you're like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but also like you're an adult, you need to figure this out on your own too.
Fuck, that is hard.
I guess you could be like, all right, I'll take you to the police station.
Yeah, something like that.
But it depends on the neighborhood, because there's some neighborhoods where you
You
just
just leave
like,
a chick there.
Yeah, sure.
If he's in San Marino, it's like, get out.
Get the fuck out right now.
You're good.
How nice the neighborhood. I think that's a big determinant factor.
I think wherever they are, it's probably like a bar or club district.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be the greatest place to leave a drunk person that had no other way to get out of there. But is that your responsibility?
I don't know. That's
Well,
hard.
if
bro.
it is a bar or like, a district that has a bunch of like foot traffic and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
retail
yeah.
spots and like AK where she came from type stuff, like if anything, that may be what I would do. Drop her back off where I found her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like you could go walk into another bar and figure your shit out where you came from type stuff. You
Yeah.
can't afford to pay this, But you're also, as the Uber driver, you're like working. You're like liable
Yeah,
for
you're
that
out
work
working,
technically too.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like you need to remove yourself from that liability when like the clock's not even running. That person's not the one who ordered it. You're just in a weird situation.
crazy liability.
From the liability, and then also call the cops and just let them know. So something's on file that like you now are removed from this person because some crazy stuff could happen. And then the last time this girl was seen with was on record. This Uber driver.
Shit, yeah.
That's not a good look.
That's why you need to have that little webcam. cam pointing.
That too.
All those videos of like drunk people freaking out in Ubers, I see that all the time, and I'm like, what a fucking nightmare this
That's sad.
Why would you drive those hours?
Plus, off top, everybody's gonna believe the girl first, regardless, which I think is fair to like start leaning in that direction. But like that's gonna fuck you up if that situation's not favorable for
The
you.
cool thing about this situation is the Uber driver in the story is a girl and is 22.
Oh, that changes everything.
We all think it was a guy.
Yeah.
That changes
Maybe
everything.
his voice was reading it.
Yeah.
I'm an Uber driver.
I picked up a girl at the club. That was very
Drop her the fuck.
Yeah. If she's a girl, drop her. Get her the fuck out of here. Hey, bitch, you better get your shit together, bitch.
I thought it was an am I an asshole? Yeah. I thought it was am I an asshole because it's like, oh, it's a dude, you want to like take care of her.
a girl.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
And Kalyne, what would you do if you were the driver?
Like,
Immediately get out.
Get the fuck out of my car, dude.
What's the girl code on this, Kalyne?
like we watch each other's
You're an
back.
adult.
You walk her to the bathroom.
Why are you getting? Why is your like my brain is like what the fuck? Why is your plan to get out of the house, go get drunk? You have no form of payment or ability to get home yourself. On the off chance of
Honestly, know some
somebody else?
dancers that would do that shit.
Yeah, well, a lot of those are.
Well, they got
good
dancer
adults.
brains.
Dancers are why they're bad with money.
Brother, like I feel like if you're a lady doing this shit, you just increase your likelihood of getting kidnapped and murdered by like
100%.
50%.
Like, I just don't. I can't. My brain can't wrap around the fact that you have no other resources.
Imagine you're the driver, right? And the girl is like, "Please take me. It's dangerous out here. I'm drunk. Please." And then you're like, "No, get out." And then you look out the car and there's a guy that's like, "Yeah, let her get out of the car. Come on." Are you just gonna leave her?
His scenarios.
yeah.
Well, fucking, of course not.
You drive up the road 10 more minutes and then
I
drive.
drive up like 5 more inches and I tell her to get out.
What if he's like behind you, like, "Come on"?
Yeah,
Scary, dude.
yeah. I tell her to get out and then I film it so that way people don't know it was me.
Oh, yeah, true.
Or you just open the door and be like,
Because
hey, you need to
everybody's
get
like
out.
this nowadays, anyways. You know.
Just tell them to get out.
You just get out, but there's that guy right there.
But be careful.
Hey, that guy's looking at you. Looks like he's coming over here.
And
You gotta get the fuck
And he's
out.
rubbing his hands together.
Yeah. And he's saying, "Come here, lady."
Have you ever had to take care of a drunk girl you didn't know?
No.
Ah, you never volunteered to like.
No, I've gotten like a fight when I was younger with a drunk girl who thought I slept with her boyfriend, but it was some other blonde girl.
Whoa.
She was drunk, so she just like found any blonde girl in the
What
crowd.
happened when she tried to fight you?
And since then, she changed her hair red.
She's wanted for murder.
This was last night, actually.
Wanted for murder.
But what happened in the fight? She tried to fight you?
Well, she was just pretty drunk, and I was also a little drunk, and I think it got escalated to the point where like she got in my face, and I ended up pushing her. This is in high school, and I
You
pushed
were
her.
drunk in high school?
Yeah, and then spicy times.
She probably did all of her crazy shit in high school.
Yeah, pretty much. Got out of my system. And that pretty much ended it. She fell back on like the beer and she died. She died.
She actually exploded when she fell to the
That
ground.
pretty much ended
I
it.
just love that phrase. She died on impact. It's
She
so
died on impact.
so like cold and
She just
specific.
As you're shaking your head? Oh, so she died on impact.
I thought there was some kind of like girl got your back safety code where they're like, oh, that girl's being harassed, let's go help
I mean,
her.
there's situations where like
No.
you see a girl in a not favorable situation, and
Yeah.
you know you hope that.
Or they'll
she
be
makes
like,
it out okay.
she's being hassled by this dude, and it's like, oh, hey, what's up, girlfriend? And
That
you
stuff,
got,
like that, sure.
See, like
absolutely.
that's what I mean. It's like there's
Yeah.
no
like I've pretended to be a girl's friend.
Yeah.
Like she'd come up to me like, hey, just talk to me
Because
because I
that's
like
two civilians, but if one's at work and the other person's jeopardizing their work, I think that's a different dynamic
But
now.
in what scenario where that girl code would go away, where it's like, okay, clearly dropping a girl off in the middle of the night, she had to feel like it was okay and safe enough to be able to do that, right?
Also, though, what happens if when the quote-unquote ride gets canceled? What if there goes the GPS too, so you don't even know where you're taking this body? You know what I'm saying? Like, then it's like, drop them off
your
there
house?
or drop them off where anywhere.
And there's no evidence of the trip either.
Because you know what I would be worried about is if that person is actually a decoy. Oh, help me! Take me to this house. Sure, I'll be a good fucking guy.
that's
And then you get there?
true.
get the fuck out of the car.
Hey, but the other thing though too is like, because she's a girl, if it's a guy Uber driver and he's taking a lady around, I think there is like that gentlemanly like. You are kind of held to higher standard, making sure some lady might get safe. But if it's another lady and she feels unsafe by this chick, and she feels like, yo, she's unstable, she's saying Bible verses, I don't know what the, she's calling me
Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pagan, not Satan. Okay?
if it's like escalating to the point where she feels unsafe, then I feel like she has every right to be like, get the fuck out of my car.
And when you're the driver, you're the vulnerable one.
Yeah.
Because you're the one, 2 hands on the steering wheel. This person's behind you. You know what the fuck they're doing.
Because we don't know if the girl on the back seat was 6'2" and like 280.
Yeah.
And then while the driver girl's like 90 pounds and 4 feet.
Yeah.
We don't know, right?
Her knees are up against the fucking driver's seat.
You want to know a crazy, unprecedented scenario? This really happened. In one time we were in Hollywood with Fu. These 3 they were like really hot girls got into our Uber XL on accident, like just on accident. And then Fu was like, "Hey, before you know it, welcome to our new social media managers." They were living in Fu's kitchen for months.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that weird?
Well, maybe they felt comfortable being together.
Yeah,
But it could have been a hostile
hired
situation.
all 3 of these girls,
That's tight.
and they worked at Party Rock, and they lived in the kitchen.
That's
Because his kitchen was so big, they put 3 beds out, and that's where they lived.
That's how big the kitchen is? Holy shit.
So, how come they weren't living? Wait, where were they living before?
Apparently, they were like new in town.
too many
And-
questions, Joe.
But yeah, it's
We're new in town.
pretty impressive.
brave.
It's pretty impressive.
That's
pretty-
brave.
that's crazy.
The amount of trust that some girls can just have, like by default. I'm like, you don't know any of us.
But do you think maybe they had the spidey sense of like, these are some good guys?
I don't think so. I think they just
They
roll
would
the
have
dice.
the same spidey senses to know that they're walking into the wrong car.
I think some people really do just live life like just rolling it.
Or also, it's like you open the door, you're like, oh, Bronco. LMFAO? That's
Yeah, that's
different
very
too.
It's different when you're famous.
You know how dirty P Diddy is, right? Like how the allegations are. How many people are like, "Hey, we're gonna go to a P Diddy party," woohoo! And then you show up and you're like, "Oh, fuck! I didn't know it was gonna be like a."
Hey, one of our homies, she was like, dude, she was talking about P. Diddy. She's like, I can't believe you did all that shit. That was fucked up. These parties are terrible. And then my buddy Jeremy was like, hey, didn't you go to P. Diddy's party for the BET Awards? And she was like, yeah, that was actually the best party I've ever been to.
Dude, off the schizo meds, man.